concerns that raised the President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump, concerning Biafra's independence and the ongoing genocide against the Christians, the Biafra.
Because Islam is incompatible with the very DNA of a free society. You cannot mix Sharia law with the Constitution. You cannot mix the subjection of women with the equality of men.
Also, you claim that what's happening in Biafra is genocide and massacre on a very large scale.
Yeah.
What evidence do you have for this?
It's mainly threefold. Partly my own eyewitness experiences. I followed the Biafran army very closely on a number of occasions. At one occasion, at Onitsha, I came across 300 members of the Apostolic Church of Onitsha slaughtered by the Federal 2nd Division.
Did you actually see these bodies?
Yes, I helped clear them out of the road. The Biafran army was so shocked they wouldn't march past them. It took us 18 hours to clear the bodies out of the way.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Good morning to you. Welcome back. So, I saw a video that I want to share with us. One thing about this video is that there's something that we have been preaching here. I have said that many times. And I am happy that other people are now picking that point. And what is that? That the idea of American government going after terrorists by airstrike and all that is not permanent solution. It may be a revenge mission, like to revenge against what terrorists on what they have done against Christianity, and to be able to shut them down so that people in IDP camp may go back to their homes. But it can't give you permanent solution, and that permanent solution for everybody, not only Biafrans, is disintegration of Nigeria. People need to understand that when you talk about disintegration, you are not actually calling for war. What you're actually doing is to make sure that people live and have space to breathe, because you cannot live and coexist with people who don't believe that you deserve to live and practice your life, practice your religion the way you ought to. They want to be the one to dictate everything for you, making sure that you do what they want and live, under their command and their instruction. Even if you convert, it's not a guarantee. Look at what is going on in Iran. Anyway, I don't want the video to be too long. The message from Biafrans here, they sent the message direct to American President Donald Trump, requesting that what was done in South Sudan, and what was done in many other places where Christians and Muslims are being separated because of what PM called dangerous diversity, that have ransacked the existence of people who claim to be in one country in Nigeria, and nothing is to show for that. Today, communities in Sokoto State are running helter-skelter because bandits told them to pack their load and leave, and they're leaving. Few weeks ago, ISWAP made a request that you have to convert, or your life will be taken from you. And after making that claim, not less than 300 or 400 people have been slaughtered. You won't see that in the media, not at all. So everything that's supposed to work in your favor, they are all actually working against you. Starting from your local government chairman, governors, senators, House of Reps members, all the politicians, even religious leaders now are doing the same thing, turning against you. There's no hope, no regard, no respect, nothing at all. So I'm happy to watch this video, but I hope it will get to I don't know how, if it's gonna get to Donald Trump, but which way. Anyhow, just share this video and make sure that it may get to someone that knows Trump, so that the request they made here, honestly, I may support. Disintegrate Nigeria so that everybody will be at peace. People who love Sharia law will have a place to practice this without any interference, without anybody trying to live a life that they will perceive as a blasphemy. Although that is not actually what these jihadists want, because to them the best thing they want is to drag the Quran to Atlantic Ocean. They want to dip it there. That's what it says, meaning that they have to conquer everybody and ransack the villages and call their brothers in Sahel, in Fulanis in other countries, in Ghana, because some of them are crying in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Niger, name it, all these countries, to now have a permanent home in Nigeria. So imagine a little like country like Iran, what they are going through now. And imagine when when these bandit terrorists have full control of everything. Imagine what they will do with it. All right, Malami, the man that kidnapped Masamon Khan, that facilitated that, is now facing trial, and it was reported just yesterday that they went to his house in, I think his home is somewhere in North, and they caught a lot of ammunition, rifle, so many of them. So do you still need to ask who his role? The reason why they are very, very angry with Masamon Khan, because he appeared to be the one countering what the roadmap and everything they're doing. But guess what? Terrorist financiers are hiding under government to facilitate the agenda of the terrorism. What do you expect? Today, Masamon Khan is now a victim. He's now being tried and judged and sentenced by who? Okay, they say the government. Okay, let's government powered by bandit sponsors. Think about it. Let's go to the video. I don't want to waste much of your time. Please do me a favor, like the video and share it to many platforms of your choice. Just pay attention to every video that I'm gonna hear now, because I will play it for you to understand what I'm talking about. God bless you. See you again. Bye bye for now. Take care.
That raised the President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump, concerning Biafra's independence and the ongoing genocide against the Christians, the Biafrans. Mr. President, when you hear Biafra, the Christians in Nigeria, it's the Biafrans. And that's why we are appealing to you, Mr. President, for America to do for us exactly what was done in Sudan by President George W. Bush, to separate the Christians and the Muslims to allow peace to reign. Mr. President, I'm taking you now to the amalgamation line, the line of the states we want now to be called Northern Nigeria, to be separated from us as we entered the amalgamation in 1914. And the states are Sokoto State, Sokoto State, Kebbi State, Zamfara State, Katsina State, Jigawa State, Kano State, Bauchi State, Gombe State, Borno State, and Yobe State. These are the 10 Muslim states that we want you to separate from us to allow peace to reign, Mr. President. Mr. President, the only solution to this problem is that these 10 Muslim states should be allowed to go with their Quran and their Sharia law, while you allow the Biafrans to go with our Bible and our cross. Mr. President, bombing or airstrikes, Mr. President, as we said before, it's not going to solve this problem. The one you did in Sokoto on December 25th, the consequences are huge for Christians. Christians are now being massacred by ISIS, by ISWAP, by Boko Haram and friendly herdsmen. In the Christian state of Adamawa State again, Christian villages are being wiped out now. One village in Adamawa State was completely wiped out in retaliation by the ISIS for the bombing in Sokoto State. 26 Christians were massacred and murdered in Adamawa State because of the bombing of the United States of America in Sokoto State. Mr. President, we urge you that we don't need the bombing, please. What we need is a political solution to separate the Biafrans from Kaduna State, from Kaduna State down to the Atlantic Ocean, including southwest Cameroon. That is Biafra. From Kaduna State down to the Middle Belt, down to the Atlantic Ocean, and southwest Cameroon is the Republic of Biafra. We can be able to defend ourselves. What we want now is a demarcation between the Christians from Kaduna State against the 10 states of the north. With that, Biafra will be able to defend themselves. We will do the fighting. We don't want America to come here and fight for us. Biafrans are going to do the fighting, but only give us a political recognition as Somaliland and South Sudan in order for us to defend ourselves. Please, the bombing will not solve the problem. Now, it's now a backlash against Christians in Adamawa State. Christian villages are now being wiped out by the ISIS in retaliation for the bombing in Sokoto State. We ask you, Mr. President, please, to listen to the cry of these people. These are the wandering Jews of West Africa that Henry Kissinger defined on January 28, 1969, that the Biafran people are the wandering Jews of West Africa. As Somaliland is now independent, and South Sudan, these wandering Jews of West Africa, the Biafrans, want not to be independent out of Nigerian operation, please. We need military assistance to come and separate the Biafrans and the Nigerians to allow peace to reign. Can you say amen?
Islam is incompatible with the very DNA of a free society. You cannot mix Sharia law with the Constitution. You cannot mix the subjection of women with the equality of men. You cannot mix the light of liberty with the change of submission. You have to choose. You have to choose liberty or change. And my friends, Islam is a totalitarian political ideology demanding nothing less than the total submission of the world. It's a system where dissent is blasphemy and liberty is a sin. It kills and destroys. We are a civilization that cherishes and worships life. Islam loves death. And that is why you must stop the Islamization.
Personally, one by one, no. The estimate was 300. I think it was probably a fairly fair estimate. They were piled as high as a man's shoulder, like logs stacked on the roadside. On another occasion, a man whom I know was a photographer working for the Biafrans, took a photograph very shortly after a village had been completely wiped out. And you can see still the bodies lying around the market square where they were shot down. Secondly, from eyewitness sources, survivors of the massacres. And thirdly, from interrogations of federal prisoners who, when the Igbo captors have been sent out of the way, admit, quite frankly, that they are there to wipe out Igbo. That's what they admit.
But what do they say that their orders were?
They don't mention what their orders were. They don't seem to be taking any notice of orders anymore. They're taking frightful casualties, and in revenge for these casualties, they seem to be going on a blood rampage, which has nothing to do with what Lagos is saying about the rehabilitation of the Igbo and how they're all going to be treated as equal citizens of Nigeria. In other words, there is such a disparity between what Lagos is saying on the one hand and what the federal army is actually doing on the ground, that one has to come to the conclusion either Lagos is lying, and I don't think they are, I think they're quite sincere, or that the federal army of 80,000 brand new raw conscripts has gone out of control.
What about the bombing of Biafra? The federal government has claimed that they've only been attacking strategic targets.
Well, this is absolute nonsense. They may have given orders for the attacking of strategic targets, but the pilots they're using are almost exclusively Egyptian. And I've examined too many sites of bombing raids to be of any other conclusion that, almost without exception, they go straight for civilian centres. Anything that's protected by even light machine guns, they stay well away from. They just go down on schools, hospitals, and the African townships and the markets, all of which, during the course of a working day, are crammed with women and children. Very little else.
There is other evidence. On January the 20th,